In this video, I will explain how to complete the lecture assignments for this course. So here we are in the Canvas site. We're going to click on Modules and find the right lesson module. So we're going to begin with Lesson 1. And again, here are some lecture resources. So we have the notes that you can use to fill out. You've got learning objectives, and you're going to want to either print out these student worksheets or notes so that as you watch the Nearpod, you can fill in the blanks, or you can just type in the answers on your computer in the actual PowerPoint, whatever works best for you. So it is best to complete the lecture assignments in the order that they are listed. And remember, other than the first week, all of the lecture assignments are due on Wednesdays. The first week, they're due on Sunday. So the 3 lecture assignments that you have is a Nearpod, which is similar to attending lecture in person. The Nearpod contains narrated versions that correspond with the student worksheet or student notes. In other words, you're going to use that Nearpod, which I'll show you, to fill in the notes. After you've attended lecture, so to speak, by watching and listening to the Nearpod, then you're going to do a SmartBook and a homework. It should be noted that the SmartBook and homework are both going to be via what is called Connect. Connect is the website associated with your textbook. There are only SmartBooks assigned for points for Unit 1. Units 2, 3, and 4 are going to have SmartBooks available, but they'll be for practice and they are not graded. So if you like SmartBooks, you can keep doing them. If you don't have to do them the rest of the semester, but you do have to do them for Unit 1. So we're going to click on the Nearpod, and you're going to click on where it says Load, and it will take you to the Nearpod. So this will give you a little information about the Nearpod. It'll tell you the due date, the number of points, and you're going to click here where it says Load Lesson and whatever the lesson number is. It will redirect you to the Nearpod site, which I've already discussed in the previous Nearpod video, and it should autofill your name, and if it doesn't, please type in your first and last name as it appears when you register for the course. Click Join Lesson. And here we are in the Nearpod. So I'm going to click on the right side to kind of click past the introductory because we've already covered this. Remember, at the bottom, if there's an arrow and a blue circle and some time, that's a narrated slide. So you're going to want to click on that.
Listening and participating in this
so that you can hear the lecture material. This is similar to attending an in-person lecture. And you're going to continue to click on the arrow on the right and read all the material, fill in the answers. So here, we talked about this earlier. So your student worksheet, your student notes say a blank. So this is the bold and highlighted portion that you're going to fill in. These are the notes that you need for the tests and quizzes. So this is like if you're sitting in a classroom, you're listening, so you're going to hit the arrow at the bottom, and you're taking notes and filling in your notes. And you're just going to continue through the Nearpod, doing all of the activities. So here's a video. We have 3, so you can see this blue circles, questions in that video that you're going to answer, which I've already previously discussed. And then once you're done with the Nearpod, now you've got all the lecture material for that lesson. So when you're all done, so now that you're all done with the Nearpod, which was the first thing on our list, you're going to do the SmartBook. So we're going to click on the SmartBook link, and we're going to be redirected to the Connect site. So remember, SmartBooks are only graded for Unit 1, but you do need to do them for Unit 1 to get your points. They are untimed, and you can start and stop them as many times as you want before the due date. So you're going to click Begin. So this gives you the due date, the number of points, and we're going to click Begin. So what's going to load is the actual textbook here in a moment. So since you've already looked at the Nearpod, you may want to read the actual section or chapter in the textbook. So if that is the case, you would click Continue Reading. If you've already read the textbook, then you would go to continued questions. So this also gives you a kind of an overview of the due date, how long it should take you, and the number of concepts. Now remember, smart books are adaptive. So the more you get right, the faster you're going to get through them. And the more you get wrong, it's going to take you longer. If you get too many wrong, it will actually tell you to go read the textbook. So let's pretend that you haven't read the textbook. So we're going to click continue reading. And depending on the chapter, and this is an anatomy book, but again, it's the same as, the format is the same as your textbook. So it will take you to the section in the textbook that you're supposed to read. So let's say we're supposed to read section 1.3. So go to 1.3. The nice thing about the smart book is it's interactive. So you can highlight things. You can make the text or font bigger. If you have not so great eyes, it will actually read to you. So we can again highlight. You can take notes. It will read certain sections to you. So if you're an auditory learner,
the human body plan. Expected learning outcomes.
So there's all kinds of really cool features within the smart book. So once you've read the section in the chapter or in the textbook, you can click on the bottom left where it says 2 questions. So now you're going to answer your questions. So it depends on the question. There's different question types. So this is a click and drag, so you can put them in order. So read the instructions. Living things with a collection of qualities that help distinguish from non-living things. This is actually a concept we will cover in this course, even though this is an anatomy textbook that we're looking at. So you kind of rank them in what qualities that we need to be considered alive. And then when you're all done, so we're going to match these up. So, we make copies, which is reproduction. We have order, which is organization. And I'm just going to kind of quickly do these. And once you're all done, it's going to ask you a question at the bottom. Rate your confidence. So like, I really knew that, I didn't really know it, or I had no idea. And if you have no idea, you can always click reading and it will take you to that portion or section in the textbook where it covers these concepts. So let's say medium. I kind of sort of knew it. Well, I got them all right. Yay. So that's good. Now on the top left, what you can see is this little progress bar. We had 19 concepts to begin with. They're starting to fill up. So again, these are going to fill up the faster you get them correct. So let's do the next question. We'll do one more. So it says, breaking down sugar molecules to provide energy is an example of what type of process? Well, that would be type of metabolism. Let's see if we got it right. Let's say we knew it. And we did get it right. So we filled up another little bar. And you're just going to keep doing those until you get to the end. So that's how you do the smart book. And again, if you start getting them wrong, so let's do one more to get it wrong. Let's say I didn't really know. It will give you that same question or similar type of question or concept until you get that one. So it's really focusing on the stuff you don't know and letting you continue things that you do know. All right, so now that we've done smart book, we can click exit assignment. And we know we're not done, but that's okay. So our next assignment is, again, a lecture assignment. It's due on a Wednesday. So again, we've learned the material like attending lecture. That was the Nearpod. Then we kind of practiced a little bit with the smart book and we read the chapter. And now we're really going to kind of dive in and do some, manipulatives on the homework. So we're going to click on the homework. It's going to redirect us to Connect. We're going to click Begin. Again, these are untimed and you have multiple attempts, unlimited attempts until the due date, as long as you don't click Submit. So we're going to click Begin. And homeworks have a variety of questions. They're sometimes click and drags, sometimes they're videos, sometimes they're matching. It just kind of depends. So let's continue. So this was a click and drag, and I'm going to go to the next one because this is an anatomy question until we get to one that's more appropriate for your class, which is actually this one. So this is a bunch of definitions, and again, we actually cover these in this class. So you would just, again, kind of put the things in the right spot. So you just move the word, and I'm just going to make it up as we go. And then if you want to check your answers, you can click View Previous Attempt. Or if you want to reset to practice, you can click Reset. So we're going to go to the next question, just to show you a couple of variety of ideas of how this works. And we don't do negative and positive feedback in this class. So this is another one that we actually do in this class, which is, again, hierarchy of organization. So the baby, the whole thing, is the organism. So we're just going to put the right things in the right boxes. So we did all of them, and we're going to, again, click Next. So that way we go to the next question. So that's what the homeworks are. There's another click and drag, just a variety. Sometimes like there's videos, just is dependent on the particular chapter. So if you want to start and stop this, and you don't want to do all of it at once, you would click Save and Exit. Once you click Submit, you've kind of locked in your answers, and that's the score you're going to get. So it says your assignment has been saved. Exit now, or if you wanted to go ahead and finish, you would click Continue. So that is how you do the lecture assignments. Now let's talk about how you do the lab assignments.